Chosen one, this message is meant for you, and only for you. If you are not walking the divine path or committed to a higher purpose, this might not resonate with your spirit. This message speaks to those who feel a deep connection to something greater, those who have felt a pull towards a spiritual calling that transcends the mundane. For the chosen ones, this is not a casual topic, nor is it one to be taken lightly. What you are about to hear has the potential to shift the way you perceive your body, your spirit, and your purpose in this world. It is time to address something that has been either misunderstood or suppressed for far too long: the power of sexual energy. This message does not come to you in the context of shame or guilt, but rather as an invitation to reclaim a vital aspect of your divine design. You were never taught the truth about sexual energy, and for many of you, this misunderstanding has created confusion, guilt, or even spiritual exhaustion. You felt out of balance, perhaps disconnected from your true power, not understanding why. It's not your fault. You simply weren't shown the full picture. In many spiritual circles, sexuality is either dismissed or vilified. It is either portrayed as something to be avoided entirely in the name of holiness or indulged without mindfulness, leading to addiction and spiritual depletion. The truth lies in the middle. Sexual energy, when properly understood and aligned, is not something to fear or suppress. Instead, it is one of the most powerful forces in the human experience, a divine current that can fuel creativity, clarity, and spiritual strength. It is not a distraction from your mission, it is integral to the fulfillment of your purpose. When we talk about sexual energy, we are not referring to lust or uncontrolled desire, but to a sacred force that connects your body, mind, and spirit. This energy, when acknowledged and respected, grounds you in your divine purpose. It provides the stamina you need to carry out your mission. It is not a force to be suppressed or overindulged in, but one to be understood, honored, and used wisely. This message is not about creating guilt around your desires, but about offering you a new perspective, that your body, your sexuality, and your spiritual mission are not separate. They are intertwined, and it is time to bring them into alignment. So, if you have felt a disconnect between your spiritual journey and your physical being, know this: you are not alone, and nothing is wrong with you. You simply weren't shown the truth. You are here now because it is time for you to reconnect with that truth, your truth. By embracing and understanding your sexual energy, you are stepping into your full power, prepared to move forward with clarity, stability, and alignment. Welcome to a new way of understanding yourself and your divine purpose. The time has come for you to reclaim your balance and step fully into your mission. Chosen one, it is essential for you to understand the profound role sexual energy plays in your spiritual journey. This is not a trivial matter, it is a divine truth that has been hidden, misunderstood, or ignored for too long. Sexual energy is not simply about physical pleasure or desire, it is a sacred life force, a creative current that flows through your body, mind, and spirit, connecting you to the very essence of existence. This energy is the same creative force that breathes life into ideas, moves visions into action, and enables the spirit to inhabit the flesh. It is not an external energy or something to be feared, it is part of you, embedded in your being, and plays a crucial role in your mission. The energy you feel and experience is God-breathed vitality that flows through your body. Before thoughts, before logic, before belief systems, there was creation, and sexual energy is the force that enables that creation to unfold. It is the spark of life itself. For many chosen ones, this concept may be foreign or uncomfortable. Society, religion, and even false spirituality have often misrepresented or distorted the true purpose of sexual energy. Religion, for centuries, has emphasized the purity of the soul, neglecting the body as though it were an obstacle. Meanwhile, society has presented sexuality as something to be indulged in recklessly, disconnected from wisdom or intention, which leads to addiction and disconnection from purpose. False spirituality has often promoted the idea that to be truly holy, one must suppress sexual urges, believing that this denial somehow brings one closer to the divine. But none of these paths teach balance. None of these extremes truly honor the divine design. Sexual energy is a force that cannot be ignored without consequence. When you repress it out of shame or fear, you disconnect from your body and spirit. Suppression leads to stagnation, a sense of emotional imbalance, frustration, and spiritual fatigue. Many have believed that denying this natural energy is a form of spiritual sacrifice, but this exhaustion is not divine, it is an imbalance. Similarly, society's push toward indulgence, where pleasure is sought without consciousness, scatters energy and drains the soul. Neither suppression nor indulgence brings true alignment. As a chosen one, you are meant to walk the path of balance. You are here to reconnect with your sexual energy, not to suppress or overindulge, but to understand its power and its purpose. This is not a call to seek pleasure for pleasure's sake, but rather to align with the divine energy that flows through your body. When you do so, you access strength, clarity, and stability. You connect more deeply with your mission and purpose, and you can carry the weight of your divine assignment with confidence and grace. Your sexual energy is not a distraction from your spiritual path, it is an integral part of it. By embracing and understanding your sexual energy, you unlock the potential to move through the world with greater presence, clarity, and alignment. It is time for you to restore balance within yourself and step fully into your power. When sexual energy is respected, it becomes a creative force, fueling not just your body, but your spirit as well. Let go of the shame, confusion, and distortion that have surrounded this vital part of your being. Embrace it, honor it, and watch as it empowers you to walk the divine path with strength and purpose. Chosen one, as you begin to understand the importance of sexual energy, it is crucial to recognize the extremes that society, religion, and even personal beliefs may have led you to follow. These extremes, suppression and indulgence, are the two primary paths many walk when dealing with their sexual energy. Both are equally harmful, and neither will lead you to the alignment and clarity you seek. For centuries, suppression has been wrongly promoted as a form of holiness or spiritual maturity. Many have been taught to deny their sexual urges, to repress this natural energy as a means of proving their devotion to God or their ability to live a pure life. But what suppression truly does is not purify, but trap the energy within. When sexual energy is suppressed, it does not simply disappear, it stagnates, creating a buildup that leads to emotional imbalance, frustration, and spiritual exhaustion. Many chosen ones have felt this exhaustion and misinterpreted it as a necessary sacrifice for their spiritual path, but in reality, this exhaustion is a result of the body's natural life force being blocked. Suppressing your sexual energy can also create a sense of shame, which weakens your spirit. Shame is not a tool for growth, it is a tool for control. The more you suppress your desires and disconnect from your body, the more you begin to doubt yourself, suppressing your inner truth and seeking approval from external sources. This creates an unstable vessel. The chosen one is not meant to live in guilt or shame, but in balance and understanding of their divine design. Suppression only disconnects you from your own power and limits your ability to live fully in alignment with your mission. On the other end of the spectrum, indulgence represents the opposite extreme, where pleasure is pursued without awareness or intention. Society pushes a narrative that pleasure without boundaries is the ultimate freedom, and many fall into the trap of seeking sexual satisfaction as an escape from stress, boredom, or emotional turmoil. This indulgence, however, drains the soul. Just as suppressed energy stagnates, excessive indulgence scatters your energy, leading to emotional instability and a weakening of your connection to your divine mission. It becomes an endless cycle of seeking gratification without ever feeling truly fulfilled. This kind of behavior disconnects you from. Both suppression and indulgence lead to the same result, instability. Whether you suppress your energy in the name of purity or overindulge in the pursuit of pleasure, you will experience the same spiritual depletion. The vessel becomes fragile, ungrounded, and disconnected from its divine purpose. You were not meant to live in extremes, chosen one. Your mission requires balance, wisdom, and presence. It requires the ability to manage your sexual energy consciously, neither denying it nor using it recklessly. The path to alignment is not about rejecting or indulging in your sexual energy, it is about understanding and respecting it. This is where many chosen ones get confused because society has only shown us two choices, either repression or indulgence. But the true path lies in the middle. It is about learning to move with your natural rhythms, being present with your desires without letting them control you. It is about aligning with your body's wisdom, listening to its signals, and acting in accordance with your highest self. When you honor your sexual energy with mindfulness, intention, and respect, you avoid the traps of suppression and indulgence. Instead, you create a space for balance to thrive, a space where your sexual energy becomes a powerful force that fuels your creativity, your mission, and your divine purpose. You are not meant to deny this vital energy. You are meant to understand it, harness it, and allow it to flow freely within you. By doing so, you will restore balance and bring yourself closer to your true self and your mission on this earth. Chosen one, as you continue to understand the importance of sexual energy, it is crucial to recognize that this energy is at the core of creation itself. It is the same energy that brings ideas to life, transforms visions into reality, and moves the spirit into action. When sexual energy becomes stagnant, creativity dries up, and the clarity needed to move forward feels elusive. Understanding this connection is key to unlocking your full creative potential. Sexual energy is not merely a drive for pleasure, but a vital force that powers your ability to innovate, solve problems, and lead with inspiration. When you are in alignment with your sexual energy, your creative faculties are enhanced. Ideas flow effortlessly, solutions appear clearly, and your capacity to bring your visions into the world becomes limitless. But when this energy is suppressed or mishandled, you may feel mentally foggy, emotionally drained, and spiritually disconnected. The creative force that once felt so vibrant begins to feel distant and unmotivated. But sexual energy doesn't just fuel creativity, it is also essential for your spiritual stamina. The divine path you are walking is not easy, it requires endurance, resilience, and a deep sense of presence. Sexual energy plays a crucial role in sustaining your spiritual journey. Without the free flow of this energy, your spiritual practices can feel draining, and you may struggle with maintaining the emotional and physical stamina needed for your divine mission. Just as an athlete requires proper nourishment and rest to perform at their peak, the chosen one needs balanced sexual energy to endure the weight of their calling. When this energy is aligned and flowing properly, it enhances your resilience. You can face challenges without feeling overwhelmed, maintain focus even in difficult times, and remain grounded in your purpose. You feel more equipped to carry the weight of your spiritual responsibilities with clarity and strength. Conversely, when this energy is repressed or leaking unconsciously, you experience burnout, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It becomes difficult to continue on your path because your body and spirit are not functioning in harmony. Moreover, sexual energy is deeply connected to emotional regulation. Many chosen ones experience fluctuations in their emotions, often feeling anger or sadness without clear reason. This is frequently a sign that their sexual energy is stagnant or misaligned. When sexual energy is circulating properly, it has a calming effect on the body, stabilizing mood and softening irritability. It allows you to remain emotionally balanced, even in the face of adversity. This emotional stability is crucial for your spiritual path because it enables you to move through life with grace, clarity, and wisdom. So, chosen one, the key to unlocking your creativity and spiritual stamina lies in your sexual energy. It is not something to be denied or overindulged in but something to be understood, respected, and nurtured. When you align with this force, you tap into a wellspring of power that supports your creative endeavors, strengthens your resilience, and enhances your ability to stay grounded and focused on your divine mission. Your sexual energy is not an obstacle to your path, it is an essential part of your journey, one that, when properly harnessed, will propel you forward with clarity, purpose, and strength. Chosen one, as you walk the divine path and learn to align with your sexual energy, it is essential to understand the critical distinction between conscious sexual expression and unconscious lust. This distinction is not just a matter of choice, but of awareness. When your sexual energy is engaged with consciousness and intention, it becomes a powerful tool for spiritual growth and clarity. However, when it is driven by unconscious impulses, it scatters your energy and weakens your connection to your divine mission. Understanding this difference is key to harnessing the true power of sexual energy. Unconscious lust is driven by a restless urge, seeking relief or escape rather than alignment. Lust is not concerned with presence, respect, or connection. It seeks satisfaction without awareness, often out of habit or in response to emotional or physical tension. This energy is fragmented and scattered. When you engage in lust without awareness, you may feel a brief sense of release or pleasure, but it is fleeting. The body may momentarily feel satisfied, but the soul remains hungry, and your energy is drained. Afterward, you might experience feelings of emptiness, confusion, or a sense that something is missing. This is because lust operates from a place of consumption. It takes energy without replenishing or circulating it. It pulls you away from yourself and your mission. On the other hand, conscious sexual expression is entirely different. It is intentional, present, and respectful. When sexual energy is engaged consciously, it is not rushed or forced. It does not seek to escape, but instead to integrate. Conscious sexuality is about being fully aware of your body, your energy, and your intentions. It involves feeling deeply into the sensations without being driven by the need for release or gratification. It is about being grounded in the present moment and honoring the energy within you and, if shared, with another. This form of engagement circulates energy instead of depleting it. When you approach sexuality with intention and mindfulness, you experience a deep sense of connection, not only to your partner but to your own body and spirit. Afterward, you feel more centered, more grounded, and more aligned with your true purpose. The key to discerning whether your sexual energy is aligned or misaligned lies in how you feel afterward. Conscious sexual expression leaves you feeling more whole, more present, and more at peace. It strengthens your connection to yourself and your mission. It enhances your clarity and emotional stability. Unconscious lust, however, leaves you feeling scattered, tired, or foggy. It takes from you without replenishing, and the more it is indulged without awareness, the more disconnected you become from your true self. Chosen one, as you move forward, it is important to cultivate awareness in all areas of your life, especially in matters of sexuality. The act itself is not inherently good or bad, it is your intention that determines its impact on your energy. Sexual energy, when respected and engaged consciously, becomes a sacred force that grounds and empowers you. But when it is driven by unconscious desires or impulses, it becomes a force that weakens you and disconnects you from your mission. This is why presence is essential. When you are present in your body, when you are fully aware of the sensations and the flow of energy, you allow that energy to circulate and strengthen you. It becomes a source of empowerment, clarity, and groundedness. It fuels your creativity, your emotional stability, and your spiritual stamina. In contrast, when your energy is driven by unconscious lust, it scatters and weakens your vessel. You may feel the immediate gratification of release, but at the cost of long-term balance and clarity. As a chosen one, it is your responsibility to engage with your sexual energy in a conscious, intentional way. This does not mean repressing it, nor does it mean indulging in it without mindfulness. It means learning to listen to your body, to understand what it truly needs, and to honor that need with respect and awareness. When you do, you align yourself with your highest purpose, and your sexual energy becomes a force of creation, empowerment, and spiritual growth. Chosen one, as you continue to walk the divine path, it becomes increasingly clear that balance is key to your spiritual and physical well-being. One of the most profound ways to achieve balance is by properly managing your sexual energy. This is not about avoiding sexual expression or giving in to every impulse, but about learning how to align and circulate this powerful force in a way that sustains you for the long haul. This section will explore how managing your sexual energy with awareness and intention is essential for maintaining your spiritual momentum, emotional stability, and overall vitality. Chosen one, as we reach the end of this message, it is important to reflect on the truths that have been shared and how they apply to your journey moving forward. The path you walk is not one of extremes, but of balance. You are here not to deny any part of yourself, but to embrace all aspects of your being, mind, body, and spirit, in harmony. This includes recognizing the sacred power of your sexual energy and its integral role in your divine mission. You were never meant to live in shame, guilt, or denial when it comes to your body and sexual energy. The body is not an obstacle or a distraction from your spiritual path, it is the very vessel through which you express your divine purpose. Your sexual energy is not something to be feared or suppressed, it is a powerful life force that can fuel your creativity, emotional stability, and spiritual stamina. When this energy is aligned and understood, it becomes a source of strength that supports you on your mission, rather than a source of confusion or imbalance. As you integrate your sexual energy with awareness, you begin to realize that it is not about frequency or indulgence, but about conscious alignment. It is about listening to your body, responding to its natural rhythms, and ensuring that the energy within you flows freely and purposefully. The extremes of suppression and indulgence only lead to spiritual exhaustion or emotional depletion. The key is to find balance, an intentional, grounded way of living where your sexual energy is harnessed as a sacred tool that supports your path. This balance is where your true power lies. Remember that your sexual energy is not separate from your spirituality, it is a part of it. When you embrace this truth, you will find greater clarity, creativity, and strength. Your body, mind, and spirit are all interconnected, and when they are aligned, you are able to walk the path with confidence and purpose. You are here to lead, to create, to inspire, and to serve, and the power to do all of this lies within you. The energy you once feared or misunderstood is now a source of empowerment, grounding, and spiritual alignment. As you move forward, let go of any guilt or shame that has been attached to your body or your desires. Instead, embrace your full self, body, mind, and spirit, in their entirety. Honor your sexual energy as a sacred force that supports your mission and brings you closer to your divine purpose. When you live in alignment with this truth, you will find that your path becomes not only more sustainable, but also more fulfilling, vibrant, and impactful. Chosen one, you are not here to shrink or hide. You are here to embody your full power. By understanding and integrating your sexual energy, you are stepping into your purpose with clarity, strength, and grace. Your mission requires you to be whole, and this is how you will walk your path with unwavering confidence and peace.